Well, good evening, everyone. It is 7:31. And so we will open up this recess meeting from last night. We got 3 items for decision making. So, Mr. Manager, you want to do the first item, get us started?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The
We
first,
need to do a roll call first.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Madam Clerk.
Okay, Mayor Tripp,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Newbern,
Here.
Commissioner Langley,
Here.
Commissioner Ross,
Here.
Commissioner Goff,
Here.
Commissioner Davis. Okay,
okay.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the board. The first thing tonight, as you recall, is an annexation petition. The action requested is to accept the certificate of sufficiency, meaning that we've analyzed the annexation request and determined to be sufficient under North Carolina general statutes. And following that, also adopt a resolution setting a public hearing.
So 2 items of action for this one. What's the pleasure? In this conversation, discussion? What's the pleasure?
Make a motion.
Motion made by Mayor Pro Tem,
Second.
second by Commissioner Goff. In discussion, vote on the motion. Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Commissioner Langley,
Yes.
Commissioner Goff.
Yes.
Okay. The next is to adopt a resolution. What's the pleasure?
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mayor Pro Tem, second by Commissioner Ross. Voting on the motion, Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Commissioner Langley,
Yes.
Commissioner Goff.
Yes.
Okay, that was taken care of. Next item, Mr. Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The next item is a zoning map amendment, which we had the public hearing on for
Okay. I'm
RA
gonna let them know.
RA 20 to R10. That's approximately 45 acres property at the northwest corner of Aden Golf Club and North Carolina 102. There were no comments from a public hearing, but what you do need to do is adopt a motion that says that this rezoning conforms to the land use plan and is reasonable and is in the public interest. And I move to approve the zoning map amendment, and the ordinance number is 2021-14, or based on the information provided at the public hearing and the staff report and the policy of the town comprehensive plan, the board finds that the request is consistent with the information plan, but is not reasonable and in the public interest, and I didn't move to deny the zoning map amendment.
Are there any questions, any conversations, any discussions? What's the pleasure?
Make a motion. Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would like to also inform the board, Coach Davis is trying to get on, but he's unable to get on at this point.
Okay.
So I have my speakerphone here. Maybe he can hear what's going on.
Well, I appreciate that.
Second.
Second, motion made by Mayor Pro Tem, second by Commissioner Langley.
I'm sorry, you have to read the statement when you make the motion.
You have that, Mayor Pro Tem, that statement.
Bottom of page 12.
Okay. I got you right here. Let's see. By motion approval to deny the enclosed zoning map amendment, that's what you're talking about, Sarah?
The next paragraph.
Okay, based on the information provided, is that it?
Yes.
Sir.
Okay, based on the information provided at the public hearing and then the staff report and the policies of the town comprehensive plan, the board finds that the request is consistent with the aforementioned plan and the request is reasonable and in the public interest, and I move to approve zoning map amendment ordinance number 20-21-14.
And Commissioner, you still give the second?
Second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any discussion? Vote on the motion. Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Commissioner Langley,
Yes.
Commissioner Goff,
Yes.
Commissioner Davis.
He said, y'all hear him? Say it again, coach. Yeah, he said yes.
All right, good. Next item, Mr. Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The next item is similar. It's another zoning map amendment for property located at NC 102 at Arrowhead Road. It's approximately 41 acres. They're requesting a rezoning from R10 residential to R8 residential. Again, in conformance with North Carolina general statutes, you are to, after we've conducted the public hearing, to either motion to deny or approve the zoning map ordinance. But as part of the motion, you have to read per the statute, the wording that's based on the information provided at the public hearing and in the staff report and in the policy of the town comprehensive plan. The board finds that the request is consistent with the aforementioned plan and the request is reasonable and in the public interest. And I move to approve the zoning map ordinance amendment 2021-16. Or alternatively, the other statement, which is based on information provided at the public hearing and in the staff report and the policy of the town comprehensive plan. Board finds that the request is consistent with the aforementioned plan, but is not reasonable in the public interest. And I move to deny the zoning map amendment ordinance number 2021-16.
Okay, what's the pleasure?
I'll make
Make a
that
motion
motion.
to-
Commissioner Goff.
Okay, I'll make that motion based on the information provided at the public hearing and in the staff report and the policies of the town comprehensive plan. The board finds that the request is consistent with the aforementioned plan and the request is reasonable and in the public interest. And I move to approve zoning map amendment ordinance number 2021-16.
And Mayor Pro Tem, do you second it?
I do, I will, yes. Of course.
Any discussion? Vote on the motion. Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Commissioner Langley,
Yes.
Commissioner Goff,
Yes.
and Commissioner Davis.
Y'all hear? He said yes. Say it
Okay,
again,
good.
coach.
Okay. That's it for the action items. Mr. Manager, talk about Sutton Link. I know you sent out the letter that City of Washington sent out to Sutton Lake. Any follow up on that?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We did send a letter out under your signature, which we copied the board on so they have a chance to read it and be aware of it. Secondly, I also called the Attorney General's office and I'm waiting for a return call. I left a voicemail on just to explain our situation in case they don't know it in a little bit more detail. So I think we've made our first moves. I think the plan for me is to follow up with them on a weekly basis just to see where things are at. And I think we need to keep in communication with some of the other communities that are having these issues. And especially when we get back to a more normal state of things, this would be an item that I would recommend at the managers meeting that we, keep at the forefront of our business.
Do we need to send any type of documentation to anybody, or you just want to continue on like you're doing?
Well, that's a good question, Mr. Mayor. I think it depends on what they say at the Attorney General's office and what direction they give us.
Okay.
I'm certainly willing to send this letter also to Sudden Link, the people that are responsible for providing the upgrades and things like whatnot in this area. So I'm also looking into that.
Okay. So
I
it's
did
really,
see, I did see on today's news that New Bern was also in process of making some statements to the Attorney General.
I think that Snow Hill, it's either Snow Hill or Greene County itself is doing something very similar when it comes to Sutton Lake.
so
Good.
it's in
More
action.
people, the better.
Yeah. It's any action that we need to do, communication, Mr. Manager, or
I
what?
don't think so, Mr. Mayor. I think we've communicated them our concerns. I think our job is to work with the other communities and follow up right now with both parties, both Sudden Link if they appoint someone to talk with us, and certainly the Attorney General's office.
Do you think Attorney General wants something written down, or he's going to be good with conversation on the phone?
I don't know yet, Mr. Mayor. I think that we'll find out
Okay.
once I talk.
We did send the letter. We sent the letter to the Attorney General as well.
Yeah, I copied the board on it.
I saw that.
Yeah, so they do have something written.
Okay, good. Okay. Is there anything else as far as the business?
I did send out, because Friday is it's the voting day for the league on our legislative advocacy goals for the league. And I didn't know if you wanted to, I can poll the board later and not deal with it right now, or I highlighted some that I felt were critical priorities and important priorities and very important priorities. Don't know if you have a chance to see that, but if you want to weigh in and kind of, I found 9 to be critical, and out of the 17, I think 4 or 5 were very important. I highlighted those yellow, and the green ones, which were important, I highlighted green. I think there was 3 of those. So
I went through the goal statements, and I went through and I numbered them, because you said basically in the email says you're going to be voting on 10. So I went through and numbered each one to where I got to 10 that I felt that were important, and I can get that to your office or however you like to do it. I can fax it over, I can drop it off. But I went through and what I thought was important based on the goals that you're going to be voting on, and I can drop that off to you as my opinion.
I have mine ready as well. Never how the manager wants to do it.
okay. However you guys want to send them to me, I can call up, or if you want to, well, I'll make sure I get them from you.
Okay, I'll drop it off at your office.
Yeah, since you're so far away.
Yeah, I know. I've got to walk at least 200 meters, or maybe not even that far, maybe 150 meters. Or yards, rather.
Any other business, Mr. Manager?
No, sir.
Any from the board members?
I'm good.
Good.
Okay, if there's no, Mayor Pro Tem?
Yeah, I have one. Hold on a second. Let's see. It was from last night, but it was this is for Mr. Manager. Coach again. Hello? Yeah, man. Hold on a second, Coach. Let's see. I'm gonna put you on the speaker again. Okay, which part, excuse me, y'all, which part you talking about, Coach? Yeah, I know. Okay, I think that's gonna be all right. We what we've done so far, I think we're gonna be okay. Yes, sir. I'll convey that to the board. All right, might be Southern Link, man. Who knows? Okay, we try to close out, Coach. I'll get back with you to update you. Okay, man. Yes, sir. This is for Mr. Manager, the Marketing and Branding Strategy Committee. Mr. Manager still there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
You said that the committee has already been formed. Do you have all the members? Because if you don't, I certainly would love to be a member of that particular committee.
I have no issues with that whatsoever, and you're welcome to be a part of that, and we would gladly have you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So I'll make sure that you're on there, and you haven't missed anything yet. We're just ramping up for our first meeting, so
Okay.
your timing is good.
Good deal.
And Mayor, I'm so sorry. I do have one question. I was reading through the attachment that we got from the auditor that was sent out to the board. Looking through this, I'm finding it difficult to understand what is our responsibility and what is the auditor's responsibility to see where we can improve. I mean, I see, I mean, I read ready, you know, complete ready review on like budget testing. I see audit inquiries in process. What I like to know is under each item number, planning, single audit, financial audit areas, under each heading, there's different things that need to be done. And what my concerns are is which one of these items are ours that are significantly ours that we're holding up the auditor on.
I can answer that question. And the majority of them, say 95% of them are ours. And
No.
okay, well, what I mean is it's our responsibility to make sure that's right. But you know, Amy, if you want to comment, I would welcome that.
I'm so sorry. I was dropping everything trying to find it. There are some schedules that they are waiting for me to get for debt management roll forward and current interest. But there's a lot of things that they have in place right now that they are processing to get us the exact things that they want to pull to specifically see.
So Amy, what can we do as a board to help you get this audit successfully done in a timely manner? What can we do as a staff, our town, to make this successful? I mean, is it possible?
Well, I'm still working on it very diligently. When we talked with the auditors, I've talked with them every week. They have given me a deadline of tomorrow to get everything to them, and I'm pretty much in line with that. So I'm not sure, it's kind of on their end that they've changed and said that, you know, that it's not going to be possible for the 131. You know, there's still a lot of spreadsheets and supporting documentation that I'm pulling for them.
Okay, so you're meeting the request from the auditors on what they need from you. So you're providing those in a timely manner, but they basically said, based on what they're requiring from you, that the 31 January deadline will not be met.
Well, now I'm going to take some blame, if you will, in this process because, you know, brand new, and came in 2 weeks later and I lost my other assistant, and all of this has been left on me. So, you know, I'm still on line with the deadline they gave me of tomorrow, but I'm just not sure.
Well, just keep in mind, we need to help make you successful. So if there's something that you need, we need to know. Otherwise, we won't be successful.
Okay. Yeah. I wish I could write down a list and give it to everyone. I do have, you know, Matt and I have talked about plans for next year and having an audit committee and having everything online that June 1st, everybody knows what they should be pulling June 30th. And they have all their reports to go by the end of July. So we're not, you know, 6 months later trying to pull stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate the conversation also. Anything else, Mr. Manager?
No, sir, Mr. Mayor. Everybody have a good night, I guess.
Anything else from the board? Well, we'll stand adjourned if there's no questions, no opposition. So y'all have a good night. See you sooner than later, I hope.
Have a good night.
Good seeing you, Mayor Pro Tem.
Good. Y'all hang in there, everybody. Okay.